also joined by an extra member of our Broncos. Jenkins, how you doing over there?
Hello.
Hello.
I've been here the whole time.
Yes.
Yes, you have.
We know.
Silently.
We know.
Welcome.
Judging. Great, Phil.
Thank you.
That wasn't filling. That was a legit discussion. What are you talking about?
That seemed very legitimate. I like the part where Lizard took his glasses off. That was my favorite part.
All right, what do you want to see? Do you want to see Collapse's hero first phased? Or do you want to see Yatoro's hero first phase on the side of Team Spirit?
I feel like they just need more stuns.
Okay.
The game was hard last time. There wasn't much of an opportunity to come back. They were just kind of running away. And I think a lot of the time that falls on Collapse to be that guy. And so when he's on a hero like Tidehunter and the game is falling far behind, it can look a lot like that. If they can get some Lion, Sand King, that sort of stuff, low cooldown stuns, I should say. Because the long cooldown stuns are really abusable when you are playing against a run-at-you lineup especially.
Look at that, they're forcing Britspro now to think about banning out the Magnus or banning out the Tiny. Because they let the Tiny go through. And this is the mind game, this is the edge.
Impossible.
Monkey King ignored until the very last pick.
It was last pick. The last pick in the game was Monkey King.
It also was their first Monkey King game at TI, at least. Of course, they've played it
10
before, but
seconds remaining.
maybe it was a little...
Play everything.
Exactly, maybe it was a little bit of surprise, like the TI prep when you
5
focused on
seconds
TI, just
remaining.
looking at the games they're currently playing, when it's not there, you know, when it's absent, suddenly it appears,
So
right?
There's a bunch of players that I talk to that don't even consider Tiny to be completely broken. Okay, we can deal with it, and then you try and draft something against it and it doesn't work. Okay, we can't deal with it. Percentage-based damage.
Right. I think the Necro has actually been the most impressive answer to me, because I thought that Necro would be near irrelevant at this TI.
You have Interwyvern that does something similar as
Sure.
well, and the ultimate is nice.
We saw Underlord also. We saw some
Dire
Death
team
Prophet,
picked.
but it didn't find as much success.
Almost like a pop
And
quiz. Slice
Phoenix,
stealer too.
actually, Phoenix is another one.
Yeah.
这么看着队友不会生气吧，哥哥？
Shame. Shame.
Парни, що ми надрафтили? Парни, що ми надрафтили?
Ten seconds remaining.
Spirit
5
here, like in
seconds
history of
remaining.
DPC, they normally just snap pick a Morana when they see the Phoenix, right? The classic, you leap in, you kill the egg. Maybe they're a little bit hesitant here because they want to lock in that collapse area. If you look at their drafts, right, it normally is collapse in the first phase, allowing for a later pick for the cause. So I wouldn't be surprised if they just go for a casual offlane, but maybe because of the Tiny already showing.
Some crazy Legion Commander 5.
Oh, okay,
Or
Snap
Lil
5 is the other
Shredder.
option.
Yeah, that
Yep.
also works.
Perfectly fine.
If this was OG, which it isn't,
well, it's
Legion
impossible.
5, Legion 5 versus Phoenix and Bane sounds very tasty.
10
but
seconds
yeah,
remaining.
Snapfire is also very good.
The thing with Snapfire that I really enjoy so far at
5
TI
seconds
is
remaining.
the value of ultimate at objectives that you don't really want to defend, but you can defend through just yeeting out that Mortimer's Kisses, right? Like the creep wave comes in, bam, that's gone. Couple heroes now half HP. You don't really have the resources to then hit the tower. So a single Snapfire, if in the correct position, can really punish any kind of 3 or 4 man moves to an objective if, of course, you connect on the Mortimer's Kisses correctly.
For killing anything.
It's disgusting, yes.
You mentioned that you wanted them to pick a Collapse hero. Is there any reason why you... So Collapse played
Dire
Tiny,
team down.
I think once, at least during the group stage. Primarily, it's been a Toronto-Tokyo hero. Would you prefer... They did, yeah.
This is, I think, just throw it into the carry. Like, you could see some type of mid scenario, but I think we've just seen how carry Tiny, if with the correct enablers, is so strong. But so now with the Snapfire, this is kind of just in our minds, it's just going to be the carry, the tiny. You get your normal items. You get the shard, the BKB, the silver edge. You throw up. You throw up. Yes. You get the Aegis and you just rock up into the enemy face and just take the objectives. Right. Like it's a very simple style of Dota.
So the tiny that you're talking about, Tsunami, probably was somewhere in the group stages. Am I correct?
Yeah,
I
that's
think
correct.
the hero wasn't necessarily as discovered back then as he is right now.
Okay, yeah.
Most teams
Team
understand that if you don't put this hero on position 1, if you don't put Tiny as that silver edge carry, it just doesn't feel right. It's
I
not as
want to
potent.
quickly mention Snapfire because yes, it's good against the ultimate of the Phoenix, but Team Spirit, even though they've had great success throughout TI10, just in general, this will be their 7th game, but 6 games so far with it. It's 2-4. That seems a little rough.
Hello.
Wow.
It had a
Ladies
pretty
and
solid
gentlemen,
win rate at the
Ah,
beginning of this
बिल्कुल,
tournament
बिल्कुल,
because
सही
it was
बात
being
है
played in a combination with Tidehunter.
ठीक है, रुक जा।
And that
पानी
lane
आ
is
गया,
pretty
तो-
potent. You have a lot of minus armor, then you can combo that with some TA on mid lane, Venge and whatnot. But on its own, Snapfire doesn't seem as the most broken position for.
Would be good. They could go all in on minus armor, pick up a
But
Slardor.
the egg,
5 seconds
the sun,
remaining.
That's
it burns.
That's right. I know.
Radiant team ban.
Have we mentioned Tusk yet? The collapse offlane Tusk.
Not yet.
Put that in with a Snapfire. Just go all out skirmish. Yeah, you go one punch man. Like, of course, Phoenix probably not the best because you can egg, but then you have the Snapfire already. But
10
I can
seconds
see that being an
remaining.
option. If VP fully lean into 5 offlane bans,
seconds
collapse might go, all right, lads, let's just have a bit of
All
fun.
right,
Let's go for it.
Curveball, they are banning out 5
Dire
offlane
team
heroes.
ban.
We've seen earlier this tournament
fine.
the Tiny for Collapse. I know it didn't win, but it's still on the table.
This is what I was hoping for even before the thing started. At least now that you are blowing some flex potential on Spirit rather than saying this is going to be Collapse's hero. Now it's,
OG versus IG आ
have
गया
all 3 cores of Spirit
OG
have
तो
played
बाहर
Tiny
हो,
before.
भाई,
Ten
बाहर,
So
seconds
बाहर।
now if they go hard in the paint on banning out offlaners on VP,
OG का टाइम हो चुका है
He's
खत्म
like, oh my god, they're
have
banning
Team
out all
Spirit
my
now.
heroes and I
So when
already
this
got
Bad.
happens, as a player, you feel
so
you feel
powerful.
so
Yeah.
good. It's one of the best things to
So,
have all your
32 point
heroes
मिल
banned
गया
out
फिर
against you.
टीम स्पिरिट जीत गए ना 2-0 से
Ah, they broke it. It's the Shadow
नहीं
Team.
नहीं वो मतलब जो मैंने आज का जो क्रिएट किया था ना
That
मैंने
does
भी-
make sense. So
मैंने-
they banned out the
मेरे
Shadow
को
Demon
मिले
to protect the
हैं
Luna. Also, the
143
Legion
मिले।
Commander that was mentioned earlier.
सुमेल
as a
लगाया
5,
था मैंने और
in-
टॉपसन लगाया था
in
बाकी
its
का
real
किंग्स
role
लेयर
is
है
a position 3, so they banned her out
और
as well.
VG था और
As
एक T1
it
का था।
enables Tiny, plus it
जो
counters
3 लगाए थे
mid
T1 के
And if you think about
और टॉपसन और
Hero pool,
साक्सा
right? Luna is one of the best heroes
मेरे
at
को
dealing with these
जो
tankier style of offlanes,
क्या
enabling
बोलते हैं
the
T1
range
वाला
for
व्हाइट
to be
मॉन है
kind of
उसने
the
दिए
big damage
35
dealer. Like, you know,
और
Tari,
बाकी
Mars,
सब
Mag, Nightclub,
29,
etc.,
30,
even though most are banned.
नहीं
Any
एक्चुअली
of
अभी
the other
VP का
meaty
मैच
heroes
चल
left
रहा
for
है ना
Collapse, which he loves to play, aren't going to be
ये
too comfortable
अलग
winning the
अलग
lane
टीम लोग
against
क्या
the
खेल
Luna,
रहे
right?
हैं
看着队友
बढ़िया खेल रहा है
不
भाई
Yeah.
अभी
Yeah,
किंग्स
very
लेयर और
low.
पॉइंट देगा मेरे को
Doom.
क्योंकि इसका एक मैच और है।
Doom Lina.
Okay.
अभी क्वेश्चन ये है
Yeah, I know, but that's only
कि
because of the Doom.
कंपेडियम में
I'm
लेवल अप
still
कैसे
not a
होगा
fan of the anti-synergy
कंपेडियम में
between
लेवल अप
Yeah.
उसके लिए
Colapse
था
and
ना यार
Supernova on the side of
वेंकट ने
VP. That was
उसकी
the good reason
रेल
why you
पहला
guys
गेम
were
जीता
not too hot on the idea of a Night Stalker. Team fights look
उससे मिलेगा ना तेरे को
complicated for
ब्रैकेट
VP.
प्रेडिक्शन से
And
अगर
Doom,
तेरे
I'm surprised that they go for it.
अगर 9 से
Is it
11
night?
सही है
Yeah,
तो
exactly.
5 लेवल मिलेगा और
ओ,
12
दोनों
से
का
14
एक
से
ही
10 लेवल
Explain to me the day and night.
भाई मेरे तो
yeah,
बस
sure.
कितने सही हैं 1 2 3 4 सही है तो मेरे को तो 2 लेवल ही मिलेगा 1 2 4 1 5
यूज का नेट लग रहा है कि मेरा नेट लग रहा है
Yeah.
दोनों का अगर मेरे को तो बस 2 लेवल मिलेगा
तेरा आवाज
It's playable, right, yeah.
ऐसे हो जाता है
ना ना वो मेरी आवाज आ रही है बीच में
Impossible.
नहीं नहीं
Dire
मेरी
team
बीच बीच में
I
हो रहा
assume that
है
this
कुछ
Doom
है
though is going to be the offlane, right? Because the Lina pickup, you want it to be mid, Tiny's your carry, Snaps most likely your
नहीं हो
4.
रहा net
And
ये up
yeah,
down
it's just
कर
going to be
रहा
the casual
बीच
Doom
बीच
in the offlane, most likely
मेरे को
skipping
सब
some
साफ
waves.
सुनाई दे
You're
रहा
not really
एकदम।
going to be pressuring Luna,
नहीं
but
बीच में
you're just
हुआ
trying to get
था
as fat as
अटक का था
possible. So
इसके
when
साथ
you're Tiny and Lina
हुआ
are
था।
ready, you join up
मेरे को
together.
भी सुनाई दे रहा था ना अटकी हुई आवाज
Is there something on the side of Earth's Throw that they can pick for GPK here? If that's the case, counter the Lina instantly. I don't feel there's too many heroes. We've seen some.
यहाँ कौन जीतता दिख रहा?
यहाँ तो यार दोनों एकदम मस्त खेल रहे हैं
वो भाई इन्वोकर उठाया है
But so is every other
इससे पहले वो
single
खेला
hero
था
in the game.
कुंगा खेला था
At
उस
least in
वाले
this
मैच
scenario, if
आधा
there's a
देखा था मेरे को
Coswex
ध्यान नहीं दिया
invoker,
क्या
he
हुआ?
can at least put everything onto Luna, be it the Alacrity, a Solar Crest or whatever.
10
So when
seconds
if you are
remaining.
doomed, Luna can stand her ground and at least try and take whatever fights possible.
I just hoped that they
seconds
thought
remaining.
about this fact that if you are banning out all the offlaners before you pick your
Dire
own,
team
you might be left with, you might be facing a problem later.
And the
क्या
key
लगता
thing
है
here
कौन
is VP's
जीतेगा?
offlaner. It kind of needs
यार
to be
VP
that kind of
जीतनी चाहिए।
BKB piercing
लेकिन
style of offlaner stun, because when
Team
Doom gets
spirit अच्छा खेल
BKB,
रही है।
Tiny gets BKB, Lina gets, you all want to buy it by
देख
20
रहा हूँ।
minutes. You're going to be dealing with
भाई
a
वन
triple
ना,
core
वन
that
वन पे चल रहा है
actively
remaining.
wants to be in your face.
VP
So
जीत
VP
VP
doesn't have
जीतनी
that.
चाहिए
You do have Bane
नहीं
at
लेकिन
least.
यार
That's
ओजी को
the
उसने
BKB
हराया
piercing,
था
right? But besides him,
Beastmaster still in
It's
the
going to
pool.
be, yeah.
ओजी फुट गया क्या
ओजी बाहर
अभी ये देख रहे हैं चारों दिखा रहा है
अबे लोअर ब्रैकेट था ना उसका निकल गया बाहर एलिमिनेटेड
इनविक्टस
और वीसी गेमिंग वीसी जीत गया
और टीम सीक्रेट और पीएसजी एलसीडी ये भयानक मैच होगा
हाँ।
सीक्रेट के साथ पीएसजी
हाँ पीएसजी का भयानक
If it
है
is a Yatoro playing Tiny, by the way, that would indeed
लेकिन
be
इसका भी
his
अच्छा है
second hero on
आईजी
main
वर्सेस
stage
वीजी
TI.
for
वीजी
Earth's Throw,
गेमिंग
they
भी
just
होगा
banned out the
Faceless
Void.
Void.
Faceless
जितनी
Void,
बार
so
मैच
they're
हुए वैसे
expecting
तो
maybe
वीसी
something
गेमिंग जीती
different.
है वो
And
क्या
Team
कहते हैं
Spirit
आईजी जीती
Centaur
है
अरे
वीसी के
would
अगेंस्ट
feel Virtus Pro's lineup so
Dire
well that I
team
really
वो
respect this
उर्सा
ban.
वाला मैच
Afterwards,
देखा
the Sand
मातुम
King,
मोमेंट
I
जो
think
खेला
Sand
है
King
भाई
perhaps not as strong.
और वो
Night
क्या
Stalker.
पपी
Underlord?
और
Okay,
ये
nice,
अफजल था
Beastman.
शायद।
nice
हाँ
talker,
नहीं अब
nice
ये
talker's not here.
जाई
Yeah,
और
yeah,
इसका।
don't do it.
ये
So
दोनों
I
जो
can tell
खेल
you
रहा
what
था।
both
मेरे
DM
को
and
नहीं
Collapse
है,
have played.
Control
Tusk
से
is
ज़्यादा
also
अच्छा
still in
Zai
the pool, the
लगता है।
one that Tiga mentioned,
I'm
of course.
down for a Tusk for Spirit.
But the Vengeful Spirit, Night Stalker.
ज़्यादा ही खेल
Wait,
लिया
I thought we're looking at Doom offline. not
Yeah,
Doom.
जा रहा है
so-
लेके
so-
चला
Swap it up,
रहा
why
है।
not? Go quick.
Easy वाह।
Sure. Okay, so
Yeah.
but our
10
Spirit
seconds
looking for a
remaining.
Yatoro hero. Where's this Tiny going?
I would
बस
assume that
चाइनीज टीम रह गई
still
कौन सा
looking
आएगा?
for
5 seconds remaining.
अरे
the
ये
five.
थर्ड में
No,
कौन
no,
कौन
it's the
आएगा?
5, right? It's the
क्या?
4
That's
snap.
not what
ये
VP
दो आ
think.
गया,
VP
16
banned out a
तारीख
bunch
को।
of carries.
ये दोनों आ गया
In 8 seconds,
और
we'll know.
थर्ड में कौन
Dire
दो
team
टीम
pick.
आएगा
Yeah,
ये
we'll
शायद
know.
स्पिरिट
It's
आएगा
Tells me
हाँ
absolutely
स्पिरिट या
nothing.
वीपी में से एक आएगी टीम वो लोअर ब्रैकेट
most
जो
likely going to be
आईजी
support.
आईजी
Sure,
और
you don't
वीजी
want to
से
give him that much farm priority. The
Most
biggest
instant
impact he's going to
invoker.
have is pressing his big R button.
और कौन आएगा
Everybody is
अबे ये रहा ना
silenced
देख
on
Exactly.
enemy team.
ये वाला अपर ब्रैकेट वाला जो हारेगा ना
Last
वो
word.
Last word.
अभी जो टीम आएगी
Isn't that your
इनमें से
segment,
वीपी और आई
Jenkins? Last
स्पिरिट
word?
से जो जीतेगी उसका मैच होगा लोअर ब्रैकेट में
And there's the beast.
Nice.
अच्छा वो
Not only
नहीं
do they
दिखा रहा है।
have
16 वो
piercing
होगी ना भी
ability
डिसाइड
from
नहीं हुई ना
Beastmaster,
एक्चुअली
it
लास्ट मैच
synergizes
अभी
really well with Luna and the
लोअर
whole
ब्रैकेट फॉर
playstyle.
16 तारीख
What they
को
needed, they
क्योंकि
needed
अभी
this
लास्ट मैच चल
frontliner
रहा है
that
ना
can
जैसे
also
ही अपडेट
push
हो
and bring
जाएगा
some map
मैच
control to
खत्म
the
हो जाएगा
game, a
लास्ट
lot
गेम
of vision.
तभी अपडेट
I think
होने
it's
के
the
बाद
perfect
16
hero
को दिखा
here,
देगा
and as a silencer, you
एक टीम तो
truly
वो आ
don't like
जाएगी
to
या
be
तो
playing
वीपी आएगी या
into
फिर
all
ये
the
आएगी
summons running your way. However,
हाँ,
when
ये
it comes
दोनों
to
में
the
से एक
silencer,
आएगा
there are
और
some
और एक
positives, right?
और
They
एक
go-
वो जो हारेगा
Yeah,
अभी अपर
I
ब्रैकेट
mean,
में से
why are you throwing that on me straight away? I was thinking something else. Yeah, no, I like it. Honestly, I think
स्पिरिट
Silencer
और
is really good
इसके
right now. I think
क्या
people
कहते
hate
हैं
on
एलजीडी के
Silencer
बीच में
for
से जो
no
हारेगा
reason other
वो
than it's a
लोअर
good
ब्रैकेट
hero
में
to some
जाएगा
degree. But I think Spirit, they needed something in their draft to be able to give them that way where if VP run at them, they can just set the scene
10
in these
seconds
earlier
remaining.
fights. Like when BKBs come out, of
Choose
course,
your
it's going to be a bit
hero.
hard for Silencer to have fun. But the
5
idea is the
seconds
pre-20 minute, when Doom's farming, Tiny's farming,
बे
Lena's
चल
farming,
तेरा वाला
they
सेट
needed
ले
that
लिया
way
यार
to
इसने
say,
लीना
no,
का
we don't want to take this fight. We want to go again in like
Silence.
2-3 minutes time. So
Lina.
I like the idea from Spirit
टोरंटो
reacting like
Tokyo.
this, but VP with the Beastmaster pick, it is giving them that nice
उसके
window
पास
where
वो भी
Luna,
होगा,
Beastmaster,
chest भी
Invoker
होगा।
together
ये
with an
हाँ,
Aegis.
हाँ,
उनका
They
हाथ
don't really
मुझे
care
chest
about
भी
the
उसके
value of a
पास।
Doom, the value of a global. They just have to run straight through that. So Spirit, it's going to be a bit bit of a long one.
जिसका immortal है ना Doom का.
That means that,
हाँ, Doom
that
का
the
immortal
motion
है.
is going to be key
Fire
for
क्या
this
लुल्ला हाथ
series,
है वो
for this
भाई.
third game rather, Jenkins, right?
वो उसका है ना, वो जो था हैरी पॉटर में, वो जो चिड़िया थी फीनिक्स वाला हाथ, उसी के हाथ ऐसी था.
अबे इसने लूना का ये वाला पेट रखा. इससे अच्छा तो वो वाला है जिसका लेज बढ़िया है।
नहीं अभी जो नया वाला वो भी ठीक है, ड्रैगन पैट अच्छा है इसका।
हाँ वही।
नहीं ये तो ड्रैगन वाला पैट है ना इसका, ये लूना का।
हाँ
अबे सबसे बड़ी बात है यार, एचएल का सेट नहीं है इसके पास
Yeah, I
बेन का।
feel Virtus Pro, they have
भाई
a lot of
इमोर्टल से काम
synergy.
चला रहा है, हेड इमोर्टल ही नहीं है इसके पास।
That's frog
ये
rats.
टाइनी बढ़िया है।
We'll see.
And look, there he is up front. Beautiful.
क्रिसमस वाला।
Beautiful indeed. All right, guys. It is game 3 time. Before we
बाप
head
रे,
into the game,
इसको
we got a
दिखा
quick word from the coach. It is this time.
कोच तो बेकार है, किसी काम का नहीं है। BSGLG
नंबर ऑफ एंशिएंट कैम स्टैक
ये करेगा,
ये
स्टैक
तो
कर
शायद 16 से 20 होगा।
नहीं काफी करते हैं स्टैक कैम, काफी स्टैक करते हैं सारे। 11 से
20
15 कर
plus?
सकते हैं, 11 से 15 हो सकता है। 20-30 मिनट में ना कर लेते हैं एक्चुअली। लास्ट गेम में भी करा था स्टैक, ये स्पिरिट वाले खा गए थे इनका VP का स्टैक।
हाँ क्या कितना करूँ 16 20?
11 से 15 कर लो भाई। और प्योर डैमेज के लिए तो अपन क्या लेंगे 10 मिनट में 10 मिनट।
Thank you very much,
Silencer,
Frankie. Yes, the
Lina.
deciding game now between
Lina हो
Virtus
सकती है।
Pro and
हाँ,
Team
Lina हो
Spirit,
सकता
a
है,
game which
एकदम
will be the
proper
last
Lina।
at this TI for one of the two. Insania,
अगर लीना मीट किया
what do you make of
नहीं,
this?
ये भी
This
कर
approach
सकता
this
है,
time
Phoenix भी
round,
कर
quite a
सकता है।
change if I feel from what we've
Lina
had so
कौन खेलता
far
है?
from both of these
एक
teams in this
क्या है,
series.
क्या है?
What are you
लीना
liking?
खेल रहा है तेरा टोरंटो खेला मिड है।
I don't want to
देख
bias any viewers at home watching. I
नहीं
don't want
कर दिया
to
मैं।
give them
Total
any
number
feeling
of
that either
players
team is
dead
stronger or weaker,
at
but
the
I'll tell you
end.
guys what the strengths are. So I think
पर
VP, they're looking to buff up the
26
score
से
with alacrity. You're going
26
to
से
have
40
Beast
होना
Armor,
चाहिए
you're going to have
टोटल
Sunray.
डेथ मेरे
It's going to be all about the Luna for them. I think stacking of
टोटल
Ancients,
उससे ज्यादा हो
just like
जाता है
basically
कभी-कभी।
playing the macro game in the early game, and then having this 4-man of Invoker,
अबे
Beastmaster,
start होने
Bane, and
वाला है।
इसमें
Phoenix
दिया मैंने
running
सबसे
around
कम
applying
मरेगा
pressure to
इन्वोकर
Team
मेरे
Spirit.
हिसाब से।
Whereas Team Spirit, there's going to be like this tricord. You're going to have the Doom with a lot of
GP
farm, you're
को
going to
काफी
have Time with a lot of
बचाते
farm,
हैं
you're
ना
going to have Lina
सारे।
with a lot of farm, and then they're going to look to power through and try to kill that one
Silencer
target.
आ
So
गया।
basically it
Last
is, if Luna dies without an Aegis later on in the
Silencer
game,
ही किया।
VP's teamfight's done. They're relying heavily on the Luna to output the physical damage for them. And if they can't kill Luna, then 1v5 Nightfall is going to happen.
Sure, and we've seen Nightfall do that many times before. Both games really.
ओ
Both
भाई
Nightfall
ये
and
जो लीना
Utura
है
have
ना
been
कुछ
solid on the farm, solid
ज्यादा
on the
ही
carry.
बढ़िया दिख रही है भाई।
The time is they can hit this time round. Of course, Utura this game on the
ये सब
time.
लीना
One
जब
of
मैं
those heroes
देखता
that's
हूँ ना
been
कभी-कभी मेरे
first
गेम
picked
में
many
डर
a
लगता
time
है।
here at this TI, and a lot of times taken away,
लीना
getting
ऐसा ही
it
हीरो
through
है ना,
here. And it's all important game.
किसी को
Spirit
भी मिड में काउंटर कर
I'm
सकता
certainly going to be
है।
feeling very happy at least
अबे
with
क्या कर रहा?
the opening two from their draft.
GP
A
के।
great way to go into this.
Yeah. I would expect Team Spirit to have a little bit of an edge in the middle lane. I think as the levels start coming out, Lina should
भी
be
एक ऐसा हीरो है
edging out the
भाई,
Invoker slightly as she has the option of farming out that
मतलब
small camp
सबको
and
मिड
pushing out
में
the middle lane.
डोमिनेट
So
कर देता है।
expect Toronto Tokyo to be off to a great
मीको
start.
को भी आराम से
Top lane between Luna,
अरे
Phoenix,
अभी वाला
and
ओडी तो
Doom,
और बुरा यार, आजकल
Snapfire.
कोई
You don't
ले
really
ही
have
नहीं
a
रहा,
lot
पता नहीं
of
क्या
like
कर
kill
रहा।
threat from either
एक
side. So
गेम
you're
में
mostly
नहीं
going
उठ
to see them
ओडी
try to contest a lot for
ओडी
CS
खेलने में
using
थोड़ा
that Luna
दिक्कत है
aura
रे, आम
together with
करना
Phoenix
बहुत टफ है।
and attack damage
ओडी का
to just
पहले
get
पहले
crowd
ओडी
creep
का
control creeps. So
मतलब
both
पहले
them and Luna should have a
कुछ
pretty good time
लेवल
up
में
here
कम
top.
लेवल में ओडी का
And
काम
then bottom
करना
lane, I
बहुत
think, is
टफ
where
है।
you might see some action happen between Save
जिसका
and
वो
Aposhka, trying to get some
लास्ट
trades
हिट
going in.
सेंस अच्छा है ना,
This
उसके
is
लिए
really where I
ओडी
see
सही
kill
है।
threat potentially happening if you're
हाँ
out of
उसके
position and
बाद
getting slowed by the
काफी कर
boards.
सकते
Could lead to a kill.
And do you like sort of the sort of the closing spiritual, the fact that they get this silencer in the support position?
बेन आराम से मार
You know,
सकता है।
what is this going to offer for them in terms of timing and team fight?
Right, so if you think about it, VP's draft, the way it comes together, it's going to be all about Luna,
चलो
right?
अपना काम खत्म हुआ, मैच खेलने चलते हैं।
पागल है
जीसी करते हैं।
ये टाइनी पागल है भाई,
कौन?
टाइनी पूरा पागल है।
खेल कौन रहा? मैं भूल गया। अबे
या
आज-
टोरो।
या टोरो सही खेलता है यार। ये स्ट्रीम लैग हो रहा है।
अरे मार दिया इसको।
तैयार है, फाइंड करें? क्या हुआ एकदम से?
फाइंड कर। रेट नहीं आ रहा है।
नहीं मैं आता हूँ एक बार अभी थोड़ी देर में ना।
हाँ चल ठीक,
खेलो आप लोग एक मैच खेलो।
ओके।